Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new episode of Fresh Out Live. I'm Kevin Kenny, and this is the show each and every week on MTV that is bringing you the latest in music, pop culture, and your favorite artists all in one place. And on this week's show, we've got actor and singer Laura Marano stopping by. She's going to be talking all about her new movie, The War with Grandpa, and her new EP, You. Before we do all of that, let's get into some of the biggest music news of the past week. First up, two of our favorite pop queens, BB Rexa and Doja Cat, have teamed up on their new single, Baby I'm Jealous, and let me tell you, it is fuego. Trey Songz has released his 8th studio album, Back Home, today, featuring Summer Walker on the title track. This past Sunday, BTS and Josh685 hopped on Jason Derulo's viral track, Savage Love, for a remix version of the song. This song actually was first announced on none other than TikTok and skyrocketed #1 on iTunes in a matter of hours. Machine Gun Kelly put out the music video for his song Forget Me Too, featuring the one and only Halsey. After an epic performance at Rihanna's Savage Fenty Volume 2 show, Miguel has dropped the visuals for his song Funeral. And finally, B. Miller gave us the visuals for her new song Wisdom Teeth. We've got a clip of it right here. Let's take a look.
I used to be so happy, no matter what happened to me. But when they pulled my teeth out, lost the wisest part. Oh, lost the wisest part.
My next guest is a singer, songwriter, and actress. She has a brand new film out today and just dropped a brand new EP. Please welcome Laura Marano to Fresh Out Live. Laura, how are you?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Kevin, we're literally best friends at this point.
We've talked, I think this is the third chat we've had in the past week, but honestly, I think it speaks to how much you got going on. It's a really exciting time to be Laura. We usually talk music when we get together. Let's kick off with the movie, though. The War with Grandpa. It's out and available everywhere now. It's a fun family movie for those that don't know about it. But in your words, you play Mia. What's this movie about for those that are watching MTV today and don't know?
Yeah, first of all, so excited it's out. It has the most insane cast of all time. I can't believe I got to be a part of it. Stars Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, Uma Thurman, Cheech Marin, Jane Seymour, Rob Riggle, insane cast, right? And it's
crazy. Basically,
at the core of the film, it's all about family, which I think is something that we can all kind of resonate and relate to right now. Family can drive you crazy. You might, start a war with your family, but at the end of the day, they're always there. So it's this family comedy about Ed, played by Robert De Niro, who is a grandfather, moves in with his daughter and his daughter's family, moves into his grandson's room. Grandson Peter is not super happy about it, and they start a prank war. So cue the Home Alone hijinks. My character Mia is the oldest granddaughter. She's kind of in her own world, doesn't know the prank war is happening, having mom drama and boy drama all mixed together. But it all kind of comes to a head in the film, and I feel like this film is kind of perfect for right now because it's something for everyone. It's super sweet, super funny, and I literally am so excited that it's coming out. I thought it was maybe never going to come out. We filmed it 3.5 years ago.
Crazy. Well, it's finally out, and you just spoke about the star-studded cast. I mean, it's really crazy. You listed off the names there. Uma Thurman plays your mom. Robert De Niro is your grandpa in this movie. What's the after effects of being around actors of that stature and doing so well and doing such a great job in your role? Is it just the biggest confidence boost of your career coming out of that project, or how did you leave that project as an actor?
That was just also such an insane time of my life because I had just signed a record deal. I was actually filming another movie right after that I was producing. So yeah, it was definitely a time of my life where I was probably at the highest, and then I had a huge low a few months later. But I was just did this Robert De Niro movie, flew to Sweden for a writing camp, filming a movie I'm producing, and then I feel 3 months later everything just went crazy.
Right.
Throughout it all, though, even 3.5 years later, I really look at that experience as such an incredible time for me to learn as an actress. I would go on set, I don't have a huge part in the movie, but I would go on set even when I wasn't working just to observe and to see everyone's process. And that to me was so incredible that I had the opportunity to do that. So I think I also, in some ways, left that set feeling, this sounds kind of weird, but feeling slightly more humble because of observing all these different actors and their processes.
All right, we got to talk about the music. The UEP is out now. You gave us it last week. I think it's been out a full 7 days at this point. What is You All About?
I really wanted to continue telling the stories I told in my Me EP. So while I was even working on that EP, I started thinking about this one. So it's been a long time coming. It's something I'm so proud of. I can't believe it's out. It's moody, it's dramatic, it's emotional, it's raw, and so it has all these different things that I feel like I especially resonated with this year in particular. But I also have to say, in music news and music themed situations, I have a song in The War with Grandpa, which is like super kind of crazy that I do this end title song.
Yeah.
So I feel like I really kind of am stretching myself as an artist and a musician right now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, what a cool juxtaposition between those two tracks.
Yeah.
You made some of this music, or at least you started working on the EP before quarantine and then finished it during. You know, our lives have all changed so much throughout the past, 8 months or so. Was there like a discernible difference in terms of the music or the process of songs you made before quarantine and then during?
Yeah, 100%. So When You Wake Up and Can't Hold On Forever, they were both completely solidified before quarantine, right? And then everything else I worked during. So I will say some of the songs, actually probably all of the songs were written before quarantine, but like actually producing it and reworking on that was done during that process. And so, for honest with you, I one day had to do background vocals. Like we were kind of getting really close to the deadline of turning the song in and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't have access to the mic I was using. So I just did some of the background vocals on an iPhone that I then sent to the producer, and he was like, this sounds great, we'll make it work. And it actually sounds really cool in the song. So I like to say that quarantine in this time really has informed the sonics of the EP, which I think is kind of cool. I did 2 duets for When You Wake Up and Can't Hold On Forever that I did completely over Zoom and quarantine. So this whole EP has been a product of this time.
Right. And
I think there's something actually really special about being able to focus and make art in any shape, way, form, or situation.
Yeah, and prove to yourself so many things that you probably thought you needed to make a record that you don't need to make a record.
100%, exactly.
Yeah. All right, thank you to Laura for hanging out with us. It's always great chatting with Laura Marano. The movie is out and available in theaters now. It's The War with Grandpa, and you can, of course, stream her EPU everywhere now. Now, come back next Friday on MTV, 5 p.m. for a brand new episode of Fresh Out Live. Until then, I'm Kevin Kenny.